Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. So this video that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is going to be part one of a series that I will be sharing with you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoy this. I've been working so hard on it. That's why you guys have not been seeing me on the channel lately. But yeah, no excuses, guys. I'm showing up. Okay? So yeah, pretty much I'm working on a mini series for all beginner nail techs. So this one is going to be the first part, which is the supplies. So you guys have time to get ready. I'm giving you guys 1 week so you guys can get your stuff together and we can start doing these demos. So we're going to start off with our first item, which is the nail brush. So if you guys are new and don't know, you guys are going to go through a few brushes and just know that. So don't go for these expensive brushes if you have never applied acrylic before. If you are familiar with using a nail brush and you already caught the hang of it, congratulations to you, boo. Because I went through a lot of them and a lot of expensive ones. So go ahead and pick yourself up one of these Mia Secret ones. I found this one on Amazon for very inexpensive, so it was like $6, and you get 2 brushes in the pack. So I picked up a number 8 and I picked up a number 10 because I will be reviewing these for you guys as well. But pretty much this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this because honestly I haven't seen videos like this. So yeah, I don't want to recommend anything expensive so that you guys don't spend too much money on practicing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Also, you want to go ahead and pick up a hand file. So make sure you guys have a hand file on hand. You guys can pick one up at Sally's. You guys can order one on Amazon. Just make sure that that hand file is kind of one shape like this one. So this is the one that I prefer to use the most. I like the smaller end for like shorter nails, and then you have the wider end on the bottom. So it's like the diamond shaped ones basically. Or if not, just pick up a regular square one. Those are the ones that I recommend the most, just as long as it is 100, 180 grit. So yeah, or you can do the 100, 100, 100, 150, whatever you guys can find. But go ahead and pick up a good file, and yeah, that's what you guys are going to need. Also, you want to have a glass tapping dish. So don't be a nail tech like me in the beginning. I poured it in something plastic, and yep, the monomer melt right through it. So go ahead and pick yourself up a glass tapping dish and don't be like me. So I'm telling you guys the mistake I made so that you guys don't make the same mistakes. And then also don't spend money on a hand trainer just yet. If you're thinking about getting one, hold off, grab some Swatch Sticks. You guys might have some already, and if you do, great, you don't have to spend any money on them, but you want to make sure that you have some Swatch Sticks because it's just so much better to practice until you guys get that liquid to powder ratio right. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. And you also save money on glue, and you also save money on tips. So yep, that is what I recommend. Also, you can go ahead and shape these as you guys want, and I'll show you guys how to do that when we get into the shaping video. So as you guys can see, that you can make them round, square, and you can just go ahead and use your tip cutter and cut them square. These already came that way. And then the stiletto ones that I absolutely love. I use the stiletto ones, and sometimes I just cut the tip off, and then they'll end up like a nice coffin or ballerina shape. So we'll get more into details with that when we get into the video of shaping. So yeah. Next thing you guys want to go for is the cover or a core powder. So if you guys don't know, this is essential. Like, you guys really need to have a good core or cover powder, and I'll explain what those really are in that video, so stay tuned. I just feel like it's much better than starting off with white, clear, or pigment colors. So sometimes I see you guys practicing with that and I cringe. Like it's funny because I wish you guys really knew, like, as beginners, what we know once we're like in the game. But this is why I recommend the cover, because I feel like you guys will learn much better. It is much easier to learn liquid to powder ratio with this kind of powder, and this is just basically what we're using for all of our sets nowadays. So yeah, you want to get the hang of that first. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, if you guys don't have an e-file, it's totally fine. You guys can go ahead and use a hand file. I'll share tips, tricks, and techniques with a hand file. That's perfectly fine. I do recommend you guys get a cheaper e-file, I'm gonna say, and I'll share with you guys one that I have. It's actually one of my backup ones that I had for quite a while. I'll be sharing that one with you guys. But what I do want you guys to know is that if you guys just have a hand file, that's fine. If you do have an e-file, you want to go ahead and pick up, I would say, like a small kit of these good bits. Sometimes when we get our e-file, they do come with a few of them in like the actual box. So there's a few of them that you're going to need from that box, which is like the mandrel. The mandrel is the one that holds the sanding band, and I'll share with you guys in a second what that looks like. Also, this kit that I'm going to be sharing, and I'm going to link it in the description box down below. This is a set of like manicure, dry manicure type of bits. So in here, you're going to see like a mixture of the ones that I actually use. The one that I just shared with you right now is the actual mandrel holding the sanding band, and then this is another one that I recommend. So out of what I'm sharing with you guys right now, you guys can go ahead and choose if you want to get a kit or you just want to pick up those two essential ones, which would be the diamond bit one that I just shared with you guys. That's something that I use for prepping, and that's actually one that came in the kit, but you guys can find them separate. So basically, when you guys are going to use one of these cheaper e-files, and you use the one that do come in with like the actual e-file, they tend to vibrate the most and end up hurting you around the cuticle area. So that's why I recommend you guys going ahead and just getting yourself one of these kits. So again, I'll just link it down below. You guys can check it out for yourself. Basically, I just put in this box a mixture of the ones that I already have. So it's a mix of bits that I have accumulated, and I pretty much just had them soaked and put in here so that they are nice and safe and they don't get contaminated. But as you guys can see, these darker ones that are in here, so I'm going to share with you guys really quick. As you guys can see, like the one that has like the brush and these that I am pointing to, those come in like this box. So those are the ones you guys want to look forward to, and you guys can try different shapes and things like that for prepping. The one that I share with you guys is just the one that I prefer the most, but it's good that you guys try a few of them and see which one works best for you, because what might work for me might not work for you, and whatever works for you might not work for me, and that's okay, because that's why we are all different. The thing is just me showing you guys the technique and you guys understanding and learning a lot. So I feel like that's most important. But basically, these are the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So if you guys already have these items, great. We can go ahead and practice when I start the series. And then if not, you guys, if you're interested, you can go ahead and pick up the stuff so that you guys can follow as well. So that's pretty much it. Again, if you guys have one of those hand trainers, you're going to have to pick up tips and also glue. And if you guys have an LED lamp, go ahead and pick up a gel top coat. If you guys don't have a lamp, just have a regular top coat on hand so that you guys can practice. Again, this is just for practicing, so don't stress it too much. If you guys pick up the gel top, make sure that it's one that don't dries with the inhibition layer. So basically that's just a sticky layer that stays on top, and that's just something that you can avoid, and it'll just help you in the process of working a lot faster. Also, I recommend you guys picking up about an 8 ounce of liquid, just because I feel like you get more bang for your buck. This is one that I pick up on Amazon, especially because I live in New Jersey, and when it gets cold, basically in the winter time, this is the one that works best for me for some reason. So I always have one of these on my little cart. So yeah, this is one that I absolutely recommend. And also you guys can pick up I think it's the ASP from Sally's, and I'll show you guys really quick as well. That one is also a good monomer if you guys want to go ahead and use this to swatch, practice, or just demo anything. These are the ones that I actually use instead of using my good stuff. So my good stuff would be like Valentino Beauty Pure or my Legacy one, and I'll share with you guys those right now as well. Pretty much these are monomers that I would rather use on myself or on my clients, but the cheaper ones that are pretty good but cheaper, I'll use those to practice. And make sure that it is EMA and not MMA. So you guys do not want to use MMA. Stay away from that stuff. It's illegal. It's just trash. So yeah, pretty much those are the ones that I recommend. And then I do want to share with you guys as well the smaller size of the powders. And this is basically what I talk about, you know, the kits. This is why I don't recommend the kits. They usually come with smaller sizes. You guys can practice more out of a 2-ounce jar. So that's why I feel like it's best just to just grab whatever you guys need. Also, this monomer is a 8-ounce, like I mentioned before. Usually when you get the kits, they come in a smaller size, so you only get like 1 ounce or 2 ounces, the most out of these kits, and you basically go through that really fast. So you want to have at least 8 ounces with you so that you guys can really practice, which is most important. Another thing, super important, is your paper towels. So I feel like a lot of us nail techs, we go for the cheaper stuff, but when it comes to the paper towels, people, let's not be cheap. I use these Scott ones. They're very affordable. And when I don't find the Scott, I'll go ahead for some Bounty. But you guys need really good paper towels to start off as well. It actually helps a lot when it's about the brush. So like if your paper towel is absorbing everything as it should, you don't get much stuff clogged inside your brush. So that's very important. And I feel like a lot of nail techs don't really talk about that. I also stay away from the blue ones that I know a lot of you like or, you know, use and things like that. I feel like it just absorbs too much liquid and then you end up wasting your liquid as well. So that's just my personal opinion. If you guys like those, go ahead and use those. That's absolutely fine. Again, these are just a few things that you guys are going to need to get started. So I hope you guys like this. Also, I'm going to share with you guys the E-file. As I mentioned before, this is just my backup one. The one I'm actually using is the iGel Beauty. But for the videos of this series, I will be using my backup one. So it is a cheaper version of an E-file. The RPMs are lower than the iGel Beauty one, which is absolutely fine. If you guys are looking into buying one, this one actually isn't on Amazon anymore because it's that old. But the newer ones or the updated ones have like the digital dial on it and things like that, which is super cool. And it's about the same price that I have paid for this one. So I'll go ahead and link one for you guys down below. Pretty much this is something that you guys can pick up if you're not familiar with an E-file. And it's because, you know, as a beginner nail tech, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your natural nail or whoever's nails you're going to be working with. So these E-files, if you get like the iGel Beauty one, they are a lot more powerful. So you want to avoid damaging your natural nail. And then also this button, forward and reverse, that is what this button is for. As you guys can see, the F is forward, the R is reverse. Basically, this is the direction in which your E-file will be rotating. So forward is best for right-handed and the reverse is best for left-handed. Also, you guys can use this to your advantage when you're doing your non-dominant hand. So I absolutely recommend you guys pick one up that has this button on it, just because it's just much more easier when you guys are going to be working on yourself. And yeah, I'll get into more details with all of that when we start the series, but I just wanted to point that out just in case you guys want to go ahead and purchase one yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Also, I'm going to share with you guys the tips that I prefer. So if you guys are going to be using like the hand trainer or these fingers or anything that that's not the Swatch Sticks, you're going to need nail tips, obviously. So nail tips, I prefer the stilettos, and I'm going to share with you guys why before you go ahead and spend money on other ones, because then you're going to regret it when I start giving the series. So basically, I prefer the stiletto ones, and I'm going to share with you guys really quick. If you guys go ahead and cut the tip of this Swatch stick off, right, you're going to have that perfect ballerina or basically perfect coffin shape. So let's say if we cut a little bit more, you'll have the perfect coffin. All you got to do is basically clean up the sides and you have a perfect shape. So you save a ton of time and you're going to have a good shape. So make sure you guys are using stilettos. And then if you guys are going to do like a short set of square nails, you can just cut it and still a square, so you don't miss out on that tip. Unless you guys are going to do a long set of nails, you can go ahead and pick up some square tips and then, you know, do a long set of square nails basically. So yeah, that's just a really good tip that I like to tell everyone. And yeah, those are the ones I just prefer. So maybe you guys might like that as well. And that way you guys will go ahead and pick up stiletto tips. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, I'll go ahead and share anyway. So I'll keep you guys updated here on my channel. So stay tuned for those videos. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe, ding that notification button so that you guys are notified every time I upload a new video. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.